Hello, welcome back to Art Time with
Hi.
Mrs. Humphrey and my lovely assistant Molly. We are glad to be here to do another art project with you guys. We hope.
Eels.
Oh, sorry. We hope that your homes are safe and you guys are well, and that you are finding fun ways to be creative and
Out.
making art
Lots of out.
and doing fun things with your family. Okay, so for our project this week, we have a new artist to show you.
Don't we always?
We always do. Okay. She is super cool. In fact, I've really enjoyed learning about this artist. Her name is Shantell Martin. Okay. Here's a picture of her in front of some of her artwork. One of the first things she says when she's talking about art is that she likes to draw on anything and everything. And in fact, you can tell by this picture that this is in front of one of her murals where she's drawn on the back, but also she's drawn all over her shirt, and that's become one of her artworks as well. Okay, Chantel was born in London, and loved to draw. Ever since she was a little girl, she picked up a pen and paper, and that's what she loved to do, was to draw and to create artwork. She studied it in school, and in high school, when she was doing artwork, she told her art teacher she's thinking about applying to art school, and you know what her art teacher said?
Yes.
Well, yes, because we talked about it already. She said, don't do it because you're not good enough to get in art school. I know. So harsh.
Savage.
And she it made her feel really bad, but that's what she wanted to do, so she applied anyway, and she got into art school.
Woohoo!
And so she talks about how not giving up, and if there's something you really want to do and you feel passionate about it, is finding a way to make it work, even when other people might get in your way. So she studies art in college, and then afterwards she was kind of trying out different art things and ended up going to Tokyo to work on to sort of explore who she was and to do things there. And while she was there, she met some DJs and her doing music, and she was kind of into that scene. And so she ended up doing some collaborations where she would make artwork during in these clubs and during these performances that the DJs would do. So the DJs would play music, and she would do artwork, and that would be projected up on a big wall.
Boom.
That went along with the music.
It's like this big wall.
Yeah. And so she would and so
big
that's something that she started doing then, and she still does, where she'll do these collaborative live art pieces that she'll make at the same time as with music, which I think is kind of cool. Are you mimicking me?
Yes.
So okay, so Chantel Martin. So she was in Tokyo making these DJ art performance pieces, and then ended up going to moving from there to New York City because she wanted to further explore art. And she said when she got there, she was kind of intimidated because it was such a big art scene, and she was like, oh, what am I doing here? But decided that what she loved was being an artist, and so she wasn't going to give up. And so she said she just started making art wherever she could.
Woohoo! Go power!
I know. And so she would do artwork on, she would do murals and stuff on walls, and she would do just little bits of artwork wherever she could, and ended up getting noticed and getting seen, and has become pretty well known. And she went to taught at a university there for a little while, and does these talks and these performances, and talks about her artwork. She has a TED Talk that she did that is really great. It's geared towards teens, where you can see her actually make one of her artworks, and then she talks about what inspires her, and how she encourages other people to make artwork.
Who she is.
This is one of her prints of an artwork that she has sold, and this is just a copy, but this is a cool way you can see how her style is what her style is kind of like, and how it's just kind of free form. And she also, if you notice from these pictures, really likes just using black and white. Let's see. So here, I put this up here. So one thing that is interesting about her artwork is that she is that she doesn't use a lot of scratch paper and a lot of idea paper the way that I encourage you guys to do. Is that she just draws directly onto her paper or her canvas or her wall or her shoes or her shirt or whatever it is that she is doing artwork with. She just draws directly on there with her paint and markers and stuff. So that's kind of what we're going to do. Is we're going to just sort of play around with that idea of just doodling and just drawing directly from our brain onto the paper. This is a artwork that she did for the New York City Ballet, and this was just this last spring, right before and she did this artwork, and then as with the music and as things were going, and developed it over time, and on display there with dancers and everything. I think it's really cool that such a collaborative piece, and where it kind of shows the city and also shows the
world what
yeah,
she can do,
and sort of her own interpretation of art as a performance. Anyway, she's very cool. You can look up her website and learn more about her and see more of her awesome artwork, as well as listen to her TED Talk that she did. Did I mention the TED Talk in this video?
You always forget. You
I
like
know.
either a TED Talk.
Yes.
No, I think you did you?
Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, if I didn't mention it, she did a TED Talk for teens. TED Talk for teens. That was about her artwork, and it shows her making artwork as well as
I think you might have already talked about it.
okay, as well as what is important to her. She believes that anybody can be an artist, and that's something that we can all explore and discover on our own. This is something that she said. So this is an article I was reading about her, and it said, the motivation behind much of her aesthetic came from the realization that many people say they can't draw. And I hear that from people all the time, where kids say, I can't draw, Miss Humphrey. Why are you making me do this? But I would say everybody can draw, and and the reason we have it in school, the reason we have art teachers, is because it's an opportunity for us to learn about ourselves through something besides just words and through pictures. She said, everyone can draw a stick figure, a face, or other familiar things. She says not all people should make it a career, but everyone is an artist, unique and worthy of being seen and heard. So art is also just fun, and it's a fun way to explore things and to learn about things by drawing them. And everybody has their unique way of looking at the world and things around them, and so you have something that you can show that is all your own, and that's the reason we do it. So even if you don't show it to others, it's also a thing where we can just explore and try it out for ourselves and learn a skill and learn something. Okay, so for our project for today, another thing that Shantell did was a installation in New York City on Times Square, where she made electronic billboards that showed up, and they said, "You are who are you?" And she really thinks it's important for us to know who we are and to know what's important to us. And that's a great thing to know, because then you can decide what you like and how you want to make a difference in the world. Okay, so we are going to do, and you can see here, she explores that here too, who I am, where she's thinking about that. So today, for our project, you're going to get a piece of paper, and we're not going to use our scratch paper or our idea paper today. We're just going to go straight onto our paper. Now you can use markers, or you can use pens, and whatever you want to use to draw today. And we're not going to start with pencil. We're just going to go straight onto it with our pens or our markers or whatever they are. You can turn on some music. Did it pause?
Glitch.
You can turn on some music if you want.
Look at my face.
I don't know if that just paused in the video. Okay, you can turn on some music if you want, and listen to that for inspiration as you're going, or you can, or however you want to do this. Okay, so we're just going to doodle. So you're going to start with an idea of who I am. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to write I am on the top of my paper.
Amazing.
And then,
Beautiful.
yeah, done. Beautiful.
That's
then
the whole page.
and then from here you're going to just start doodling and drawing on your page and sort of and making.
Wee.
You can start with like Molly's drawn some lines there.
Twa,
You
poo, hee,
You
ha.
can start with some doodles and just start filling those things in.
This looks like a mess.
It does. And start.
Boo, boo, quee, woo.
Okay, that's enough. You from there start.
That's
and
kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. There's no right or wrong way. And then you start filling it in with images and pictures and things that you like. Now you can just do patterns, or you can add. Oh, look, Molly's turning that one into a snake or something.
I don't know. He's a
Some
cute.
teeth on there.
Yeah.
Okay. You could draw faces. Any of these things could be. This could become a face here.
I'm adding patterns to him. He's a cool person. Hooray.
You can draw faces in there. You can draw. You can draw patterns. Maybe this one's going to become sort of like a piece of pizza because I really like pizza.
Just pepperoni? You also like.
I like mushrooms on my pizza, but
That's what I was making.
oh, thanks. Those are cute little mushrooms.
Thank you. I'm adding lots of mushrooms because you always add extra mushrooms.
I do like extra mushrooms. Maybe I'll turn
Oh my
this
gosh.
into hair here.
Oh, that's nice hair. Like cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
I'm gonna do this.
gonna put some sort of waves there. Molly's gonna put what is gonna be surfboard. There's a guy surfing. Okay.
Sunglasses.
As you can see, when you start filling this in, just kind of be creative and just have fun doodling and adding images all over your paper. Okay, so have fun with your project. I would love to see what you guys make, and I hope you have a terrific week.
No, we never finished it. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
I wanna finish.